What is up, y'all? So when I'm recording this, it is Saturday, March 11th. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, March 11th. But when this is posting, it is Monday, March 13th, man. So it is the end of the 6 month of growth, which I had started on September 13th. And this is the final update, obviously. So, as always, man, I have some gameplay in the background. I am not at this point in time sure where I'm going to be recording. So, yeah, usually I record the gameplay before and make the audio after, but I want to switch it this time. And yeah, I have no idea where I'm recording. So, yeah, we're going to see about that. But, man, yeah, man, it is the last update, man. So with this, I'm going to be talking about how I've been the last month, from the 5th month to the 6th month, and also how do I feel overall, what did I experience, what good things, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get started. So from February to March, right? So from February 13th to March 13th, man. Yeah, man. It's been a weird month, man. It's been a weird month. Crazy things happen, man. So I was dealing with some spiritual attacks for like 2 weeks at a certain point. Like it was hard to sleep. I was getting some weird dreams, some weird thoughts, just thoughts about like, not depressive thoughts, but kind of like sad thoughts and just, thoughts that shouldn't be there and stuff like that from the enemy and everything like that, man. Yeah, this spiritual test I was doing for a couple of weeks. There was like about a week or two where I lost my voice and I was sick. That was a weird week because I had to take a day and a half off. It was like around February 12th. So right before I uploaded the 5th month update. I had recorded it. When I lost my voice, I had recorded the 5th month update the day before. So, yeah. The day I uploaded the 5th month update, that's when I lost my voice. I lost my voice the day before. I lost my voice that Sunday. But that was the day that I had to call for work because I couldn't talk at all. And obviously my job is doing the phone and stuff like that. So I had to call off that day. And the next day, I worked, but I still couldn't really talk. My voice is there a little bit. So I was doing my job, and then my throat started bothering me a lot, and then I was like coughing up. I want to be like descriptive, but I was coughing up blood at some point. It's a tiny bit of blood, it's a tiny bit. So I was, you know what? Let me just take the rest of the day off, or no, not even half a day. I took like 2 hours off. Like it was like 2 hours left of my shift, and I just took those off with the pay time off I had. So did that, but thankfully my voice had returned a week later. I was taking a lot of honey and lemon. I was taking some medication my dad gave me for cold and stuff like that. That was like the first couple of days. After that, it was just a honey and lemon and some Robitussin at night, or not even Robitussin. Dayquil during the day, NyQuil at night. That was for that week. Once my voice returned, obviously I had stopped taking it. I was doing for some coughs a little bit throughout the rest of the days, but it went away. Right. Yeah, so just recently, man, as y'all know, if y'all don't, I made a video about it. But this was, when I'm recording this, it was a week ago. Well, a week and 2 days. Yeah, it was Thursday, March 2nd, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Thursday, March 2nd, so a week ago. My car had caught on fire. And again, I made a video about it, talking about the details, stuff like that, so I'm not gonna talk about it again. But that was another thing I was dealing with. Still kind of dealing with in terms of like going through the motion of getting things fixed in the house with my parents, and then like eventually getting a new car. So that's what I mean by dealing with. But before that, I was dealing with it in terms of like, it bothered me, like it triggered me for a little bit. Just because everything happened so fast. Everything was completely normal before it even happened. Everything happened, it was just really fast how everything happened. Like, and the amount of money I pretty much lost in that car. No, like I didn't have physical money sitting in the car. That's not what I meant, obviously. But like the amount of money I had put in to actually buy the car, obviously, fix it up. But all the issues I was having, the electrical charging issues I had the whole time, I was fixing it up. Y'all know all the things I changed on it. It was a live stream I did last month where I was talking about it. Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I did on there. And if y'all remember, there was like a point where my car was sitting at the shop for like about 2 or 3 days. Yeah, about 3 days. Because I was fixing up that last bit of issues it was having, to where it got to a good point, and then caught on fire. So yeah, that was tough. I was dealing with that, and it was for a little bit of time where whenever I would go outside, I would see the area where my car was parked up, which is the part of the house that's damaged. Again, I talked about in the video where it actually happened, but by the grace of God, the fire did not get inside. God had sent an angel to warn us of the fire right before it got super bad. Like when we went outside, the car was just in flames at that point, right? But it was to a point where the house was just starting to catch on fire. So when the fire trucks came in, like that, it got to a point where the fire had damaged the shielding outside the house, but did not get inside the house. So no fire damage at all inside the house from what I can remember. Yeah, nobody's stuff got damaged or anything like that. So that's important. We had some stuff in the basement that got wet because they had to spray the fire hose, and the window where my car was parked, like is like the basement bathroom was there. So I guess when they sprayed the water, like obviously it's high pressure water because it's the fire department, right? They're using the fire hydrant. So I guess the water had gotten into the bathroom, and there's also a chance that the glass of the window broke. I didn't see at the time, but there's a good chance that the glass had broke because the car was right there, and then the window was on fire. So yeah, man, there was that. And when I would go outside and I would see the damage, it would trigger me at a certain point. Like I would remember the smell of the fire because it was a weird smell. It was like I was smelling it in the house right before someone came to the doorbell and told the car was on fire. So that triggered me for a little bit, but by the grace of God, I got through it. So I can go outside now and see it, and not be that triggered about it. And I mean, it's covered up more now. It didn't get fixed yet. It's still in the process of that. We're still going through the insurance and everything like that. But as far as like the actual like full-on damage, I'm not seeing it because it's covered up so it doesn't get wet with the rain and cause damage to it and stuff like that. Cause damage to the wood. Yeah, but by the grace of God, with that, everybody was safe. Nobody was injured and everything like that. So, nobody breathing any of the smoke. Like obviously, it didn't get much in the house, so nobody really breathing any smoke, and any smoke that was in the basement got cleared out and stuff like that. So that's the important thing, man. And by cleared out, I mean like I'm not gonna go into much detail about it, but like the insurance and everything like that, they made sure that we got that air cleared out with some like filters, like some big fans. Like the company that's supposed to fix the house, they brought in some fans to help clear out the smoke. Like they had some filtered fans and like filtered all type of. There was like a whole bunch of fans downstairs. So that is good. It's good. You know what I'm saying? They cut there over the weekend, last weekend. So last weekend meaning not the weekend of the 12th or the weekend of the 10th, but the weekend of the 4th. So yeah, there was that. So that was crazy, man. That was crazy. So last month has just been challenging. There's been a lot of stuff happening with that, but this test of faith. But my faith has not withered, has not, what I'm saying, none of that stuff, man. My faith has been good. Even with all this happening and all the money I put into the car pretty much going to waste and everything like that. you know what I'm saying, I have not lost faith or anything. You know what I'm saying, I know God's gonna get me through it. God's gonna help me get a new car and things like that. And if y'all wondering, and again, I said this in the actual video where it happened, but if y'all wondering, are you gonna get some money back from the car? I'm not. The car was insured, obviously. Obviously, I wouldn't be driving if it wasn't insured, but it only had liability. So yeah, no money back from that, because you obviously need comprehensive insurance in order to cover fire damage, and we don't have that. And home insurance does not cover car fire damage. So yeah, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Everything will work out in its own time. But anyways, man, besides that, that's pretty much what happened between the 5th month and 6th month that I wanted to get out the way. But I will say, I mean, yeah, I'll put this in terms of like how I feel overall. So I'll say what I'm gonna say. Now, how do I feel overall, man? Hold on, I'm gonna toggle. I'm just gonna get my water. Like right now, I'm sitting in my office. Y'all can't see obviously, but I'm sitting in my office. But I want to get my water, so okay, before I lose my voice again. So how do I feel overall? Right, from September 13th, 2022 to March. Well, when I'm recording this, it's March 11th, 2023. But when you're watching, it'll be March 13th. And I'm pretty sure nothing crazy is going to drastically change in the next 2 days where I had to make a whole new video. So let's just say how I feel from September 13th, 2022 to March 13th, 2023, right? Man, I'm actually pretty excited to talk about this. I'm actually pretty excited because I really had some time to think about it. You know, I said that I make this video when my parents are on to go to dinner and stuff like that for the anniversary. I said I make this video. So I was thinking about the past 2 hours. I was thinking about everything. And I didn't write it down, but man, everything's changed, man. I'm pretty excited. So 6 months of growth, right? Obviously, when this happened when it started back in September, there was a list of things that I got, and I prayed about it as fast as when this happened, when it started, I had prayed, I got information from God on what to do and what not to do during 6 months for growth, right? And do it consistently, right? And over time, as I would fast and read my word and pray and stuff like that, things would change, right? And it wouldn't be every single week where things would change. It'd be like maybe every 3 weeks or something like that. Something might like change a little bit, right? But yeah, man, just make changes and kind of just going with it, right? So how I feel, Brother Aaron, Prophet Aaron, right? How I feel now compared to how I felt before September, I feel completely different, man. I feel so different. Like it's insane. Like I told y'all, I think in the 4th month up there, something like that, I just feel so different, man. Like I can't recognize myself from high school. I can't recognize myself from college even. And I just graduated college, what, 2 years ago? Almost 2 years ago, because it was May 2021, so almost 2 years ago. I can't recognize myself. I feel so different, man. And like obviously, you're born in Christ, right? When you give your life to Christ and you're reborn, right? The old you isn't you anymore, right? And I finally get what that means, man, because like I can look back at myself, man, like I would have dreams of high school sometimes, and I would look back to myself like how it was then, or like, things like that. And I'm like, if I were to meet anyone back from my high school, I would not know how to speak to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that in like I holier than thou or anything like that. I'm not saying that. It's just like the way I used to act in high school and the way I am now are just so different. They contrast so much that if I were to see anybody from high school and they would try to talk to me like how I used to be, I would not know how to talk to them. I'm not the same way how I used to be in high school. And it's a great thing, man. I've grown so much, man. My faith is just so high, man. Like I used to be before September, I used to be so afraid to like bring God in conversations, right? like when somebody's sick or somebody, you know what I'm saying, something happened to somebody, like I used to be afraid to say like, oh, I'm praying for you, or like, oh, God's. So I used to be afraid to bring God and stuff like that, or like when that the biggest thing, I don't know if y'all remember, when I used to eat, right? I used to struggle to remember to pray before eating, and also I used to be afraid to pray before eating in front of people. But now I do both easily. You know what I'm saying? Like pray before I eat. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I remember to do it every single time. There were like a few times where like I might take a bite, and like right before I swallow it, I'm like, oh wait, I forgot to pray, and I'll pray and then I'll swallow it. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I remember, you know, saying no matter what. But it's like sometimes I might, I might have a bite before I remember. But it literally got to a point where like I put my food down on my plate, whatever, or if it's the meal prep, like in the container or wherever, I put the food down, right, and right as I sit down, I pray, right. It became such a habit, man. It became such a habit because I'm literally thanking God for everything, right, thanking God for everything, even me losing my car. I'm saying I'm thankful for that because something better is gonna happen, something better is gonna come to my life. Not getting that opportunity, that job opportunity, right, the programming job. I'm thankful for that because something better is gonna come up, right? I'm just thankful for everything, man. So, my bad, just get some water. I'm just thankful for that. I'm thankful for, yeah, man. I'm just thankful for everything God is bringing into my life, man. So, man, I don't want to make the video too long because I don't want to lose my voice again, man. Like that would suck. But yeah, man. Like I've grown so confident in my beliefs, man. Like whenever somebody comes in the car, in my car, when I had my car, right? I only play Christian music. Like I only play not really gospel. I mean, I might play gospel on Sundays, but like I mostly play like gospel, like Christian R&B. Just like uplifting music. I don't listen to secular songs anymore. I don't like carnal songs. I don't listen to that stuff anymore. It doesn't sit right with me anymore, man. Like just being at the barbershop, when he plays that music, I'm just like I have my headphones on. I don't have my headphones on. I don't really like listen to that stuff anymore. 'Cause I don't like the feeling that it gives me, as opposed to like Christian music when like it uplifts you. But I also might listen to like hip hop instrumentals, not hip hop instrumentals in terms of like actual like rap songs, stuff like that, like actual songs that like the instrumentals of. I don't listen to that. I listen to like hip hop instrumentals that people make, like custom instrumentals. Like on Spotify and stuff like that. I listen to those because those hype me up. Those hype me up for like workouts, or if like I need to work and I need something to hype me up. That's also listen to, right? So not instrumentals of actual songs, but instrumentals that people make. If that makes sense. So yeah, I do that. And what else, man? Like, honestly, man, my biggest thing was like my faith, man. One thing that didn't go so well is my PMO. I will say I did relapse a couple times during the 6 months. There was a period where I went months. I went months, not 3 months, but I went months without doing a deed. And there were times where I messed up due to stress or due to just pretty much due to stress or due to anxiety and stuff like that, which aren't excuses, right? These aren't excuses. These are just things that kind of led up to it. But at the end of the day, I did it, right? So it's no excuse or anything like that. It's those things kind of led to it, right? And yeah, man, that's the one thing that kind of like, wasn't the best, right? But I digress, man. Besides that, I did lose a good amount of weight, right? When I started 6 months of growth, I was gaining I had gained a lot of weight. When I had the headaches, stuff like that, when I'm working at Allstate and I had the headaches and I couldn't work like that, from like October 2020 to October 2021 to like March 2021, something like that. I couldn't work, right? I was doing hex every single day. I couldn't really work on stuff like that. I gained a lot of weight, you know, and I lost that. I lost that in 6 months. Just consistent calisthenic workouts, consistent diet and stuff like that. And yeah, man, it was good. It was good. It was good. So it's that, man. I will post a video. Like, I did record like a 3-second clip every single day. I stopped around like March. I did stop around March, but I did record pretty much every day before that. So I will make a video putting all the clips together so y'all can see the changes in my body and stuff like that. I'm still not where I want to be 100%, but I did make a lot of changes, and people have noticed it over this period of 6 months. So I will make that video. That'll be a separate video though. But overall, man, I'm really glad that I did do these 6 months. Obviously, I'm gonna keep on growing, right? I'm gonna keep on doing the growth. I said like multiple times, these 6 months, after these 6 months end, I'm not gonna like stop. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing, right? But there are things that I do want to pursue and things I do want to work on that I want to wait until these 6 months ended to do. So I'm gonna do those, man. But the growth will continue, the faith will continue, everything will continue, man. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna rest my voice before I lose it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, man, and appreciate every single one of y'all who joined me in this 6 months of growth. And those of y'all who, you know, whatever you join, whether it was the first month, second month, third month, fourth, fifth, whatever, right? I appreciate y'all, man. And if y'all notice any growth within me, with any video that I post, like any time period from September to March, let me know in the comments, man. Let me know what you notice. I know a couple of y'all told me in the stream and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. With that being said, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Your brother Aaron out. Peace.